All right, what is up, everyone? Welcome to the Football Chatbox. My name is Ryan, and welcome to the Game Week 31 team selection stream. How are you? How are you all doing? Give me a second. There we go. All right, so Game Week. Sorry, not Game Week 31. What am I talking? Game Week 32. Game Week 32 team selection stream. Now, 1 point green arrow, I would say. 1 point green arrow. I basically ended up playing with 8 players, I would say. I played with 8 players this week, even though I fielded 11. I basically played with 8 because Malik Chow didn't start, came off the bench, conceded 2. Hill scored an own goal, and KTK was off after 5 minutes. And they combined for 0 points, all 3 of them. Spectacular. So I basically ended up playing with 8 players. So goes to show, even though you plan as much as you want, you're still gonna lose out in some way or the other from FPL towers. I also lost my head to head to a guy who has stopped playing. I mean, that's just typical head to head, right? Like he had Haaland in his team as well. It was just because Everton kept a clean sheet, Leeds kept a clean sheet. My days. It is what it is. This is FPL life. But yeah, welcome Andy, welcome Nick, welcome Becky. How are you all doing? So we're going to be talking Game Week 32 and beyond, and chip strategy, and my thoughts on some of these players that could end up doubling, who I now don't want to have in my team for the longer run. And we'll talk about it, because obviously FA Cup is still to be played, so we kind of have to wait on that also before anything else. But yeah, Andy says, I sold Ekitike, didn't think Haaland price would drop again, but it did. Did you sell Ekitike now itself? Why not wait? It's like, Ekitike's price will also fall down, but there's so many weeks for injuries and all of that, and you already used your wildcard as well. You've already used your wildcard, right? And it's set to go down yet again. Then why are people selling him? I mean, why did you buy? I don't know why you bought. Nick says, damn, early team selection video. It's, treat it more as a thoughts video rather than a team selection video. It's a brain dump video of like, let's just get our thoughts on where we kind of going to be, and then we'll revisit it again like in 3 weeks time, basically. Becky, how are you doing? On goal, Hill. Yep, I had Hill on 2 on top of what you said. Hill scored on goal. I got a green dot. Nice. Becky, draw with me in draft, and it'll go again. Oh damn, draw. Ooh. All right, so this is how my team is looking like for Gaming 32. The players I don't like in this team are Joe Pedro, Ekitike, Enzo Fernandez, Brian Mbeumo. You know what? Mukiele might actually play against Spurs. To be honest. Declan Rice, I will probably start ahead of fraud Ekitike or fraud. Joe Pedro is not really a fraud. Ekitike is a fraud. He has not done anything for me, to be honest. So yeah, like kind of what my team is looking like without having to play a wildcard just yet. If I was to wildcard, Enzo will be out, Brian Mbeumo will be out. I have 2 free transfers, obviously. Joe Pedro will also probably be out, most likely. Ekitike will most definitely be out. And like the players like Danny Welbeck and all probably could end up in my team. But the main reason I want to talk about is Game Week 33 and also 34, like the teams that are doubling, by the way. Now, the teams that are potentially doubling, which we don't know yet because, again, depends on FA Cup fixtures, is Arsenal, Brighton, Burnley, Chelsea, City, Newcastle. These are, at the moment, what the teams that could double. There probably could be a situation where even Bournemouth maybe double, and don't really have to, but like that's if, let's say, Leeds beat West Ham in the FA Cup, then Bournemouth could double as well alongside. Then they'll have a fixture with Newcastle and Leeds, which will mean that Leeds also double in 33. But we don't know that might not necessarily happen. Same thing could be said for West Ham and Everton as well, but again, we don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I guess what I want to say is, how many of you guys actually trust some of these teams that are doubling in 33, that you kind of want to keep them longer term, is the question. Because if you're going to walk out in 32, you're going to load them up with 33, and then you're going to free hit in 34 potentially because of that, which means you'll have them again in 35. Now, from the predicted teams to double, Arsenal are the team that I don't mind kind of keeping. Gabriel yellow flagged. Gabriel yellow flag, don't treat it as a yellow flag. It's more of like Arteta doesn't want to send any Arsenal players on international duty, so he's asked them to like withdraw. So it's the international break injury, to be honest. In double quotes, international break injury. So don't worry. So Arsenal are one team that you don't mind keeping out of the doubles. Brighton would have Burnley in 32, Wolves in 36, Leeds in 37. They also have Newcastle and Manchester United. So they also, if they were to double in 33, not too bad. Can keep like a Verbruggen, Danny Welbeck. Those two you can keep for longer term. Shouldn't be an issue. Welbeck has some good history in terms of scoring against United as well, to be honest. Burnley, obviously, we are only going to own Dubravka. I don't think any of us are going to buy Zian Fleming, to be honest. So it's only Dubravka. So again, we don't mind owning. Chelsea, if they were to double. If Chelsea were to double, I don't want any of the Chelsea players in my team after the double. I don't even want them before the double, to be honest. I just don't want them apart from the double. Because I look at the other fixtures of Chelsea and I go, I just don't want you. Man City, if they were to double, yeah, I guess City like Haaland, we don't mind. Nico O'Reilly, we would like to have as well. He's been on some good form. And then we have Newcastle, who I also wouldn't want apart from just the double game week. Now, if Liverpool, for example, beat Manchester City, then Liverpool will double. And then I would go, I don't want Liverpool players apart from the double. I don't want Liverpool players in like the rest of the weeks. I'll take them for the double and then, yeah, that's it. So this is where I'm like now tossing and turning. Like, okay, so from these predicted ones, at the moment, I don't want any Chelsea coverage. The other teams, Brighton, I don't mind. Like, I don't mind Danny Welbeck and Verbruggen. Burnley, Dubravka is completely fine. That's the only player I'll have. Arsenal, yes, will continue. Man City, Nico O'Reilly and Haaland probably. Maybe we can add Semenyo on it as well if needed. Newcastle, I just don't want anyone, to be honest, apart from Anthony Gordon just for the double, and then I'll sell him basically after that. Just Gordon and then sell. But if Liverpool double, then we are in a slightly different situation. Liverpool double, I end up going from I would wildcard in 32 and bench boost in 33 to I will think of playing the free hit chip in 33 just to not have Liverpool. Imagine having Liverpool and Chelsea players both in the team for the rest of the season. I do not want, because I don't trust them, to be honest. I do not trust them at all. Thinking of selling Van Dijk, clean sheet, bye-bye. They're probably not going to keep a clean sheet. Tiger, how are you doing? Welcome. So I'm just going to try and build a wildcard draft, a temporary wildcard draft, and see what it will look like in 33 and like 35 and all, and see like how the teams would look like, and see if I would like kind of like it or not. Now, we'll assume this is what the doubles are going to be like, and we'll see what the team will look like, and then we'll make a small adjustments here and there. If let's say Liverpool beats City, we'll think about that as well. Com, welcome as well. I'm saving a transfer for this coming game week, even though I have a few players I want to get rid of. Wildcard 33, free hit 34, bench boost 36 are now where my head is at. I wanted to stick with free hit 38, but the above makes more sense. Yeah, that also is not too bad. I've been thinking like wildcard 32, free hit 33, and even bench boost 36 is something I've also been thinking of. Whereas I don't, again, that depends on which teams double. If it's like, if Chelsea and Liverpool double, I probably go free hit 33. I don't mind still wildcarding in 32. And if I wildcard in 32 and free hit in 33, it means I will still have players that will play in 34. And then I would bench boost in 36 when Man City get the double versus Crystal Palace. I sold Ekitike to get Frimpong in. I guess that kind of did it work out? I don't even know if that worked out. Tiger says, hi Andy Bud, hope you're well. Hope you enjoyed St. Patrick's Day. Freddy says Mbuemo should be flagged also. In theory, he pulled out as well. Yes, Mbuemo also should be flagged. Although I would sell him anyways. Come closer to game week 32, whether that's on a wildcard or not on a wildcard. But let's try and build a wildcard draft, right? Assuming these are the teams that Planet FPL James is predicting. So Kelleher won't be in there, even though what's Kelleher's fixtures? Is Kelleher the best? Like, who is the best non-double game week goalkeeper to have? Okay, so Brighton have Burnley a double. I will need a keeper in 34 if I'm not to free hit. Everton, Pickford. Who has good clean sheet potential fixtures? Arsenal, I'm not getting rare. Or should I get rare? No, don't. Maybe I could get rare. I don't know. Not too confident on, but yeah, I could still get rare. And then Burnley, Dubravka. Who else is like game week 34 plus has good fixtures? Sunderland, if Robin Rufus is back, might be a decent, interesting option. Everton's fixtures overall don't scream clean sheets. There aren't any other teams that you kind of go that you want, right? Like game week 34's best clean sheet options are probably Everton and potentially Sunderland. Robin Rufus if he's back. So Pickford is the only one with a good clean sheet chance in 34 against West Ham. But it's away from Everton as well. So it's not at the Hill Dickinson. So yeah, maybe Sunderland are the one with the slightly better chance of a clean sheet. But anyways, let's assume you bench boost in 33, for example, right? Let's see, where are we? So let's say I go. Let's go rare for safety reasons. Let's just assume and see how we go with this. So let's say you go rare, Gabriel, Van Dijk. You would not have. Actually, Mukili, I don't mind having. You probably have O'Reilly. Right? Where is Nian? Is Nico O'Reilly not here? Need to search by club and see. There we go. O'Reilly, Gabriel. Who else is Dublin? Burnley, Chelsea, Man City, Newcastle. My days. Brighton. Van Heck, maybe? Probably Van Heck over even Malik Chow. Newcastle will have Bournemouth and Arsenal. Yeah, no clean sheets there. Maybe Van Heck if he's getting DEFCON potentially. Mukiele, I could probably still keep, but he won't double. So this is you kind of. I don't mind Americans. It's just the way they tell you how Irish they are, and we don't care. I've sent you my team, says Tiger. Okay, I'll bring it up. I'm just trying to think of like a game with 32 wildcard. I'm having a Guinness now, says Tiger. Fair enough. Hold on. I'll build it from the front. Let's go Haaland. Danny Welbeck. Actually, Joe Pedro we might still have if Chelsea do double. And Danny Welbeck. We'll have Rice. We'll have Bruno Fernandes. We will have Gordon. And Fulham versus Brentford is not too bad actually. Semenyo we will have as well. Have I missed anyone else? So you have something like this on your bench boost. James Hill can probably be sold. Leeds, Crystal Palace, Fulham, Man City, Forest. Who would you sell James Hill for? I already had Van Heck, didn't I? Brighton, Forest, West Ham, Fulham. Do I even trust Malik Chow? No. Oh, I don't have an Arsenal attacker. But at the same time, I don't trust any Arsenal attackers. Oh, I have Declan Rice. Sorry, I take it back. So I have this Welbeck for Brighton. Yeah, Welbeck is there. When should I play my wildcard? Depends on the squad. 32, maybe 33, 34. Again, depends on how much how confident you feel. What did I do? Oh yeah. Okay, so this is I'll have Mukiele, James Hill, and Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes, I don't mind. James Hill and Mukiele can be replaced, but with who? I don't trust anyone. Out of the teams that double, Sam, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Out of the teams that double, right? And blank in 34. Man City, I've already tripled up on. Newcastle, I don't want to triple up on, but maybe we could still get a Newcastle defender in. I don't trust Malik Chia now because he's very well capable of losing minutes, which means Mukiele could probably be sold to. Is Dan Burn like the Newcastle defensive option of choice for DEFCON and everything? Or is it just like, do we go Lewis Hall? Dan Burn is like the second highest, but 78 points. He could get DEFCON. 17, 5, 8, 4, 12, 9, 2, 14. I mean, his DEFCON is not consistent. Lewis Hall is slightly more expensive. And they're not keeping a clean sheet in that week. So maybe I just go like even a Aston Villa play is not too bad for the run in. I mean, Crystal Palace could be an option because they will still double in 36 and you'd want some Palace players. So Munoz could be an option in the defensive fixture. West Ham as a single game week, Munoz is not too bad if available. Otherwise, I think Richards or Lacroix might be the play. So like let's say you had Richards, for example. Richards, Bruno Fernandes, Dubravka, and James Hill, who is also, I guess, not too bad. Could be better if maybe I had double Palace defense instead. So let's say I went Munoz. Can I do Munoz? I can do Munoz. I could do this in 33, and in 36, it will be something like this. Which one has the better bench boost? The better bench boost probably looks to be 36. Because if the better bench boost, oh, does it look to be 36? Not really, right? Actually, 33 is not too bad if I can have two Palace defenders. That's assuming Palace keep a clean sheet in 33. But I won't have all double game week players. Who am I lacking? I've tripled up on City. I've tripled up on Arsenal. I guess maybe you guys can say maybe go and get Palmer. I don't trust Palmer, one thing. There's also no funds for Palmer with this structure. Because even if I went Munoz down back, let's say I went back to Hill, right? I still don't, even if I was to sell Harry Wilson, I only have 7.8. There's no money for Palmer. To have Palmer in, I would have to skip out on Rare instead. And I would have to get like a Webrugen. And in that case, can I go Saka? Oh, I could almost go Saka. But I wouldn't even trust Saka, to be honest, given his form. 144 to stay up. I doubt that happens, but anyways, might have to go and play championship fantasy next season instead. Says Sam. Oh no, it's not looking good. Thing is, benching in 36 probably have benching headaches each week. That is true. Like I can't afford this team, even with Palmer or Saka. I prefer Harry Wilson in this case, and I'm not selling Bruno Fernandes. And we've kind of decided that Enzo Fernandez is useless. Rogers Villa has good fixtures. Actually, Morgan Rogers, but we've all like you guys have owned Morgan Rogers, and he has been absolutely frustrating as a player to own. See, this is why I'm a bit worried that you look at this 33 bench. I mean, 33 like loading up on the doubles, and you go, are we missing out? Yeah, again, maybe Morgan Rogers could be an option because I'm just wondering, are we missing out on players like on the other game weeks as well that like Arsenal's fixtures are fine. Bournemouth have some like I don't mind still keeping Hill for DEFCON reasons for defensive contributions on the rest of the game weeks. Everton, actually, Everton is also not too bad, like a Drewsbury Hall or James Garner, Iliman Endai. I mean, look at it. West Ham, Man City will be tough, but then Crystal Palace, Sunderland, Tottenham, if Palace are still in Europe. Who else? Harry Wilson also, I don't mind. Leeds, we could probably have a Leeds defender. Again, don't know, have to see. Spurs, I don't trust. Sunderland, not too bad to have Mukiele. We always build every season for the doubles and it's normally anticlimax. Exactly. That is the point. Look at Wolves. Wolves have some really good fixtures, to be honest. They have some really, really nice fixtures. It's just that I don't know who to pick from a Wolves team. But like their overall fixtures are not too bad to end the season. I don't know. I just look at these doubles and I go, like I'm not even this will basically be my team. Now, if I was to free hit, for example, you want Bruno every week? Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, now let's say I was to free hit in 33, right? I would have instead of Webrugen, I would have David Raya. I would have O'Reilly, Gabriel, probably Van Heck, Gordon, Semenyo, Bruno, Rice, Haaland. I mean, what would I change if I was to free hit in game week? Like, what would I change personally if I was to free hit in 33? What would you change? Except, okay, let's get Raya back in. What would you change from this lineup, the starting 11? Forget the bench. What would you change from the starting 11 if you were to free hit in 33? Based on the information we have, at least now. Would you get someone different? Maybe people go and load up on they don't have Bruno Fernandes versus Chelsea and they get like Cole Palmer instead versus Chelsea. I mean for Chelsea in 33. That's possible. They probably go and get Cole Palmer instead. That is well and truly possible. Could do where you get maybe Saka and instead of Rice you get like a Neto from Chelsea. But I don't know if there's anything else that would kind of change. Say I went back, but in Rare, what happened here? Why is there a transfer here? Oh, this would be Manos, wasn't it? Manos, and this would have been Richards. Check my team. It's a bench boost team for double already. All right, let's bring yours up as well. But before that, this is Freddie's team, by the way. Freddie has Rhea, Van Dijk, Gabriel, Mukiele, Saboslai, Stark, Bruno Fernandes, Mbuemo, Thiago, Ekitike, Haaland, Wilson, Anderson, and Hill with Dubravka on the bench. You know what, Freddie, I might even think of starting Harry Wilson, to be honest, against Liverpool. But Freddie has 3 free transfers in the bank as well. So kind of have to wait and see what's going to happen in FA Cup and everything for Freddie. Now, obviously, Andy, where's your team? I don't think I have your latest team, Andy. Do you have your latest team? Um, Tiger, I think I have your. This is Tiger's Game Week 32 team, basically. Dubravka, Van Heck, Gabriel Timber, McAllister, Bruno Fernandes, Garner, Semenyo, Thiago, Ekitike, and Joe Pedro. I mean, you could probably also, Tiger, you could also probably look at a wildcard 32, maybe, potentially. How many chips do you have left, Tiger? How many chips do you have left? And then this is Tiger's Basmati rice team, which has Petrovic, Chow, Van Heck, Gabriel, Semenyo, Bruno, Rogers, McAllister, Calvert-Lewin, Thiago, and Joe Pedro. How many chips do you have on this as well? That's the other question. I'll send it now, says Andy. Okay. Did I... What's that? Sam says... Sam with 144 to stay up. Why 144? I don't follow. Let me check, says Tiger. Okay. So yeah, I mean, okay. So I look at it and I go, okay, if I was to have a 32 wildcard, let's just assume it's something like this for now. I'd probably start, if I really had Munoz, I probably can start him against Newcastle. But instead, I think this would be even better, to be honest. Something like this for 32, which is not too bad. The only thing is, I would like to have an extra Man United player. Like, I would like to have Matthias Cunha against Leeds as well, over potentially even over Declan. Actually, probably even over. Would I have him over Harry Wilson? No, I would probably have him over. I don't mind having Cunha over Gordon though. And then the thing is, I don't mind having Cunha for like United's next set of fixtures. Like after that, we have Brentford, Liverpool, Sunderland, Forest, Brighton. So I don't mind having 2 United players throughout the rest of the season in terms of attack. And okay, let's bring it up. Actually, let's have a look what Andy has. This is a Game Week 33 bench boost team. Dubravka, Hill, Van Dijk, Van de Beek, Gabriel, Rice, Bruno, Szoboszlai, Semenyo, Haaland, Thiago, Gordon, Joe Pedro, Chow, and Jose Sa. Like your bench is okay, but like you have Van Dijk and Szoboszlai that you probably get rid of, right? If they don't double. What chips do you have left? Oh wait, I can see it here. So you have your free hit and bench boost left. Okay, so you could actually free hit in 34 if you plan to bench boost in 33. I don't know. I look at this team and I go, it's not necessarily the most like not the best team that I can get in 32. And then if I was to go to let's say 34, I have to free hit, right? If I decide to bench wildcard in 32 with an aim to bench boost in 33, I have to free hit in 34. So in 35, I would end up in a so 33 would be, let's say, a bench boost, for example, and 34 or 32, this is a wild card. 33 is a bench boost. 34 will be a free hit. And then we go to 35 with something like this, where I probably bench Harry Wilson. I can start Richards versus Bournemouth over Van Heck, probably. Maybe you start Munoz as well, potentially. Munoz or Richards, maybe Munoz. So could have something like this. Now 35, is this necessarily the best team? West Ham are playing Brentford. Don't mind having some West Ham players. Sunderland are playing Wolves. So Mukiele would be nice to have. Leeds are playing Burnley. I don't want Calvert-Lewin, but a Leeds defender I don't mind. Chelsea, I just don't trust Chelsea. Brentford are playing West Ham. Thiago, but nah, I probably wouldn't get Thiago just for 35. Man City, Crystal Palace, Liverpool after that. Arsenal, Fulham, we have Aston Villa versus Spurs. Aston Villa players like a Morgan Rogers in that. This is where Morgan Rogers could be very useful. Like Forest in 32, Fulham 34. This is what I guess you guys mentioned about Rogers and Villa having good fixtures. 35 good, 36 good, 37 good, 38 very hard. But by that time, final game week, doesn't matter what the situation is looks like. The only thing is Morgan Rogers, I don't know, man. I'm just never convinced with Rogers. I'd rather prefer McGinn, but I don't know. Andy, what do you think? Aston Villa players for the run in. Just Rogers. I think Rogers was very fortunate to get the assist he got as well. It was a pretty bad shot. Hermansen gifted Morgan Rogers that assist, if anything. You probably want some Palace players because they'll double in 36. Kind of have to think about this. Like, what am I missing out by doubling in, like, by bench boosting in 33 and wildcard in? Don't get Villa, they share goals. Yeah, then that means, like, there's no one to get from Villa, even though the fixtures are good. '35's best fixtures: Arsenal, Brentford, West Ham, Brentford and West Ham both. Sunderland, so probably Mukiele that I'm missing out on. Leeds, Anton Stark, probably. Calvert-Lewin, maybe. Newcastle versus Brighton. Honestly, don't know. United versus Liverpool should be a very interesting game. That's basically it, right? Potentially. 36. If Palace do double with City, do want some Palace and City players. So 36, let's say you had Palace and City players. What would you be benching? I have 3 City, 2 Palace. I probably might get another Palace player in Ismail Sarr. Do I want another Palace player? Everton, Man City, Brentford, Arsenal. It's not the most easiest of fixtures to score in. So maybe I don't get another Palace player. But what will I be benching? I probably won't have Joe Pedro if I was to not bench boosting 33. I would rather have, in that specific situation, would you have Ollie Watkins in your team? I don't know if I would have Ollie Watkins, maybe. Maybe we have Krupi Jr. instead, but he doesn't start games. That's another issue. Fulham, Leeds, Liverpool, Man United, Spurs. Jared Bowen, tough game against West Ham. Who has the easiest fixture? Spurs have a good fixture against Leeds. But at the same time, that's a good fixture for Leeds as well. Fulham have Bournemouth, which will be a very end-to-end one. Everton have Crystal Palace. I don't trust Jared, but I don't trust Beto to be in my FPL team. Chelsea, Joe Pedro. assuming he gets his form back. Chelsea as a whole, if they get their form back, maybe. Brighton, I already have Danny Welbeck. Brentford, I probably won't have. Aston Villa are that one team that have the good fixtures. Just don't know which player to go and get. That's the problem. Don't get Watkins, he's so inconsistent now. So that's the thing, right? Look, like Aston Villa's attackers are so inconsistent, but they have really good set of fixtures. So 36, I'll have something like this. Maybe instead of Joe Pedro, I don't know. I might have someone else. Would I have someone else? I don't even know. I think the front two is fine. The third striker who has a good fixture in 34, 36, 35. If I didn't get Chelsea striker for 33, who would I get? West Ham, Wolves, Crystal Palace, Wolves, Everton, Jared Bowen, Wolves, Everton, Brentford. Just Arsenal being the tough one for Jared Bowen, which I can bench him for. And then Newcastle and Leeds. Maybe Jared Bowen might be the play. You probably end up with Jared Bowen, would you? As a striker, as a third striker. If you didn't bench boost in 33, would you end up with Jared Bowen as a third striker? You get Wolves, you get Everton, you get Brentford. You probably bench him for the Arsenal game, but then you get Newcastle and Leeds to end it off with. I think Leeds go down, not gonna lie. They have lost the home form. Yes, Tottenham have lost everything, but I'm hearing De Zerbi might be coming because we are gonna overpay him. We are clause for an out if we lose. I saw the De Zerbi quotes, but the De Zerbi quotes that I saw was that he will only come if Spurs stay up, is the quotes that I saw, which means he's not going to be manager this season. I also saw that Spurs were linked with Adolf. I need to get the surname right because if I don't, you'll know who I'll be. You'll also mistake it for the same player that I thought it was good. Adolf Hooter, I think. I don't know who he is. Honestly, I don't know who he is as a manager. But De Zerbi is a main candidate for the Spurs job if they stay up in the Premier League. So not for the current set of fixtures. But after that, Tom Alanat said we are trying everything to get him. Okay, fair enough. Sandri, welcome. How are you doing? Next 5 goals for Villa will probably be from 5 different players. See, that's the problem. Tin, welcome as well. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I might have Jared Bowen. I might potentially have Jared Bowen. Sandy, can you tell me where in the mini league you are, and I can bring your team up. So like, I could probably have Jared Bowen if I chose to free hit in 33 instead of bench boosting, which I don't mind Jared Bowen. He has some good fixtures. Like any other striker that you guys might want, for example, that is not Joe Pedro. Like you will have Haaland, probably have Danny Welbeck because he's on good form. The third striker spot is kind of open to a couple different players. Spurs only hope is getting someone like Sean Dyche in, but need to do it now. Like, well, they need to get a manager somehow. I also just now saw a post that was shared by Squawka in the last 25 minutes saying Igor Tudor will reportedly leave Tottenham by mutual consent, which Squawka just retweeted. So I don't know about that as well. So we'll get something about Spurs. The question is it enough time to turn it around? Sam says he's gone. Okay. Because I look at this is Spurs, West Ham. Should probably get Leeds as well. His dad died as well. Yeah, I did see that news. That's not great. Deepest sympathies to him for that one. All right, let me bring Sandry's team up as well while we continue to kind of think and ponder But the more I feel like, the more I think, the more I don't want to bench boost in 33. To be honest, am I overcomplicating things? I don't know. Like, I just look at the team and I go, don't know how I feel about it. All right, this is Sandry's team. Dubravka, Anderson, Van Dijk, Bassi, Wilson, Saboslai, Bruno, Rogers, Joe Pedro, Thiago, Ekitike, Trushbury Hall, and Mukiele alongside Gabriel and Raya. So, Sandry, what is the play? What is the play? How many chips do you have left? You have everything else apart from triple captaincy left. So, what are you doing in terms of wildcard, bench boost, free hit? My Spurs source chats just said he's gone. Okay. So he is most likely then gone. Okay. I guess the question now is, who do they actually get in? Is it the manager that was linked, or is it, can they push to go and get Deserby? Honestly, I don't know about Deserby. I don't really rate Deserby too much. Maybe he might be able to get you guys out of relegation, but I personally wouldn't want Deserby as a long-term manager. But I think right now you need some manager to get you out of relegation, first of all. I don't know. Again, that aside, I also don't know if Deserby is the right one. Maybe. But Deserby is a very strict manager. And I don't know, man, with Spurs. I don't know if they need a strong hand on this team right now, or if they just need a arm around the shoulder type manager. I honestly don't know. Wildcard 32, bench boost 33, free hit 34, says Sandy. Okay, fair enough. So that means we had to wait. So we'll wait and see what your wildcard team will be like. Basmati rice team, only free hit chip available, says Tiger, which is this one. Only free hit chip available. Okay. See, I can't say anything in terms of chips at the moment. Even me myself, I'm kind of like all over the place with chips. I guess we'll see once the FA Cup fixtures are done, Tiger. We'll decide on what exactly in terms of chips you're going to play. For now, maybe keep free hit 34 as an option. But looking at your team, maybe free hit 34 might not be needed. Just keep it open as an option. Don't make any transfers just yet. I have a look at my mini league. You are leading that mini league, aren't you? Yeah, this mini league is done. The lead is too big. That mini league is done. You need to join another mini league to get competition. You maybe should try and get into the top 10 of the football Chatbox mini league. Is that for Basmati rice? Yeah, I mean, just in general, Tiger, both teams. I think actually this is Andy's team. This is close Andy's team. This is your normal team. Even your normal team. How many free transfers do you have for your normal team? I think your normal team, you could probably look at wildcarding potentially. However, wait for the FA Cup because again, like I said, but just both teams, we had to decide when we get to the FA Cup. After the FA Cup fixtures only can we like tell what to do. Still undefeated, undisputed champion. Yep. You need to find better, stronger FPL managers to compete against. And this was Freddy's team as well. The more I think about it, I'm like, I kind of want to maybe free hit 33. Let me save this as a draft for now. I'll name it wildcard 32, bench boost 33, free hit 34. And if, for example, I was to save, if I was to do a free hit instead of, if I was to free hit in 33, so this is a draft that I would do probably. Is it possible to survive through the blank week without a free hit in your opinion? As in, do you still have your wildcard chip, Nick, or have you played your wildcard chip? Or do you mean you want me to build a team with a wildcard and no free hit chip available, but have all the other chips, or what's the situation? Normal is wildcard and free hit, says Tiger. Okay. Check out my badge I made as my FPL. Is it worth it? Tell me where in the mini league. If you can tell me in the mini league, I can bring it up. My neighbor Lucas' brother told me and other friends you will play this game till 30 years old and you will always beat them. You're so good. Because I'm a Chelsea fan. I don't know if you being a Chelsea fan has anything to do with you being good at FPL. Is it possible to survive the blank? Yes, it's most definitely possible to survive the blank game week without a free hit. I would say yes, most definitely. Especially because when you look at the teams you want, like the teams that don't blank in 34 still have good fixtures after that as well. And he is 135. Da-da-da. Here we go. Ooh, it's got a cup. Wow, hit king. That is top tier. That's a top tier badge. Where's the -4, Andy? You should have asked you to like display a few -4s flying around. -4s, -8s, some -12s. But that's brilliant. That perfectly sums you up. And it's in like the Irish colors as well, like the green Irish colors. So good. That looks solid. Honestly, that looks solid. I like it. Well done. That's funny. All right, now a game week 32 wildcard without having to play a bench boost in 33, but being able to navigate 34 without a free hit. That's the plan for this one. So, say I wanted to still wildcard in 32 because I hated my squad, but I didn't want to bench boost in 33, which means I should not play the free hit in 34. Let's say I want to free hit in 33 instead. I would go, instead of Gordon, I probably get Cunha in. Semenyo, I could still keep Semenyo because the fixtures in general are fine. City will double in 36 as well, so you still kind of want triple City. Harry Wilson, I don't mind keeping. Declan Rice, yes, because the fixtures after okay as well. Joe Pedro, I probably won't have. I might have Jared Bowen like we discussed. And he will probably start even over Declan Rice potentially. I still probably might need Crystal Palace players because of the double in 36. I can't have David Raya because he will blank in 34. I need a playing goalkeeper who will be available for game week 34 and ideally has some good other fixtures here and there as well. Pickford is the one that stands out, and I probably might actually go and get Pickford, to be honest. It's 5.6 though. Oh, why are you so expensive, Pickford? Any other keeper? Pickford, Petrovic, no. Yeah, that's the only keeper option. I can't really. Again, this is where Robin Rufus. If Rufus was available, I would have gone and got like a Sunderland keeper as well. In this specific situation, I will probably keep Hill because I don't want double Crystal Palace defense because they play Liverpool in 34. So instead of Munoz and Richards, I'll get Hill back. Now, I still have too many Arsenal players where it's going to be an issue in 34. So I would have something like this. This. Now, Haaland. Okay. So, what am I lacking? I can't have Van Heck. And I probably can't have Declan Rice as well, to be honest. And I probably shouldn't have Semenyo in 32. So in 32, I shouldn't have Semenyo. I can get someone else instead. Say, for example, who has a good 34 fixture? Bournemouth. Good 34, bad 32. Everton have good 30. Everton have decent 32, decent good 34. So we could probably get an element and die. So you could do and die. Although and die might be frustrating. Maybe James Garner instead. At least you know Garner will get you some DEFCON here and there. So maybe a Garner instead. And so I couldn't have Semenyo. I probably shouldn't have Declan Rice as well, to be honest. And I can just get Declan Rice in like 35 or something. How about Konsa? Only a bit more than Hill. That's not a bad shout, actually. That's actually not a bad shout. Yeah, Konsa is not too bad, actually. Good point, good point, good point. So instead of Hill, because Hill's fixtures, they don't scream clean sheet, right? Except for 34 against Leeds. That's not too bad, actually, Leeds. So maybe instead of Konsa, actually, so instead of Van Heck, for example, what if I get Konsa instead of Van Heck? Because I can't have. This is a because Brighton will blank, right? 34. So I can't have Konsa. So now in this situation, in 34, I am looking slightly okay. Now I have obviously a Rice and a Welbeck problem. Who are the strikers in 34? Sunderland, Brian. Do I really want to go and get Brian Bobby from Sunderland? He will play Spurs in 32, but might have a new manager Spurs. And then he'll play Forest in 34, followed by Wolves in 35. I have maintained that Sunderland attack is very hard to predict. That's the one issue with Sunderland attack. His minutes are fine though. His minutes are pretty decent. Maybe we do Brian Bobby. Is that too differential? Isidore is not great for minutes, so that's fine. Ooh. Any other strikers? Probably still one Danny Welbeck, right? Against Burnley. Fixture is too good to ignore. I'm just wondering, maybe you don't go and get Haaland in 32 straight away, for example. So I can still have Danny Welbeck. You're talking like you have no transfer after this, but you do. I do. This is the thing. I'm well aware of that. Because I follow Premier League, mate. That's why I have favorite team in the championship. in this championship. Okay, fair enough. Andy, you want to try join my mini league? It's just for fun. There you go. I'm just trying to think of like strikers that I would want that have good fixtures in 32, 34, and maybe 35. Thiago, I guess we keep Thiago. Everton, Man United, West Ham. It's not too bad. We can keep Thiago as well. I don't trust Calvert-Lewin. Honestly, Brian Bobby would be a very nice punt. I might be too crazy though to do it. If I was to wildcard in 32 and not have Haaland, it might sound a bit too crazy. It might honestly be a bit too crazy. What is Brighton's fixtures after 34? Newcastle, Wolves, Leeds, Man United. Oh, Danny Welbeck could still be pretty decent. Still could be pretty decent, Danny. What if I did something? This is absolutely madness. I would not recommend this. So I end up in 34 with something like this. With Declan Rice being the only one who is kind of not there. Declan Rice plays Bournemouth in 32. I don't necessarily have to have Declan Rice in 32. I do have some value stored up in him though. Who else could I get? Saboslai, Fulham and Crystal Palace. If Liverpool don't double in 34. Here I was saying I don't want Liverpool players as well. But they're the only ones that stand out. Xhaka is also not too bad, but again, not too much high potential. There's no one else that I kind of want, do I? Could probably get Ismail Sarr, Newcastle and Liverpool, but very tough fixtures though. And also 34 will be, if I'm not mistaken, in the middle of a Champions League fixture, which, assuming Crystal Palace, if Crystal Palace make it to the next round of the Europa League or Conference League, if they make it to the next round, then it's going to be a problem. Maybe let's just add Szoboszlai for the sake of adding Szoboszlai. Let's see what he does. So let's say I did, instead of Rice, let's say I had Szoboszlai. I'm just trying to think. This is just brainstorming. It's not going to be the same situation, but it's just a brainstorming. So let's say I had something like this, right? With Szoboszlai, I mean, he could be on the bench. He could start ahead of Brian Brobby as well if needed. But this is not a bad lineup, for example, right? Then I go into 32, where in this situation I free hit, right? This was the wildcard, 32 free hit. 34, I have 2 free transfers to play with. Chat, I've sent you an Instagram message to forward to Andy. Can you put it in the chat after? Okay, I will forward it to Andy. Can you please send this to Andy? Yes, I will forward that. Forward to Andy. Okay, I've already forwarded it to Andy. Tiger. Can I get top 10k by any chance? Says Sandri. I think you can. How are you? 73k. Oh, 73k you said. Live FPL Rank. Change ID. What's your ID? 11. Let's copy and see. Top 10k you were saying. Is this the one? Yes. Top 10k from you right now is 49 points. Yes, you can get top 10k. It's still a possibility. It's only less than 50 points for you, Sandri. So most definitely can get top 10k. Need a bit of luck though, but it's possible. It is possible. All right. So 34, 2 free transfers. This is what the team would look like. What is not great in this? Richards versus Liverpool, not the best of fixtures. The rest, I kind of don't mind it. What will I be missing? I'll probably be missing. So 34 is when people will free hit, right? So assume people are going to free hit in 34. They probably have an element and die, for example. What's your aim, Ryan? 100k? Yes. Aim is top 100k. Aim is top 100k. So 34, let's say people free hit. They'll have 11 and die in their midfield. They probably still might have double United attack on a free hit. They will probably have a Liverpool attacker. I don't know who. But just thinking as like a template, this is what people will build on template. Harry Wilson, people might still have Harry Wilson, honestly. And instead of Gardner, they'll have and die. Now they'll probably have Bowen. Maybe would they have Bowen? Who else would they have in a free hit? Uh, Honestly, if Spurs turn it around with the new manager, people will have Richarlison on a Game Week 34 free hit against Wolves. Very possible. So they'll have a Spurs player if Spurs turn it around. They'll probably have Liverpool. They'll have double United at least in terms of attack. I think Pickford might end up being the popular goalkeeper choice anyways, even on a free hit. People will have either one of Senesi or Hill, maybe two. You never know. Aston Villa. They might not have any Aston Villa players though. Anyone else that they might have on a free hit in 34? 3 weeks off is criminal, by the way, says Sam. What do you mean 3 weeks off? Oh, as in like a long break? Yes. Yes, 3 weeks off is definitely a long break. I don't know what type of, maybe I'll take a break as well, but I ideally would like to create content. So I might end up in a situation where maybe I'll have to make a transfer, but then I go into 35. I need to get Haaland back in 35. This is where things get a bit interesting. So 35, Man City play Everton. Do I really need Haaland in Everton? Honestly, I probably don't need Haaland against Everton. Because it's not even City at home. So I don't necessarily have to have Haaland against Everton. And I don't really know what I'd want actually. I will probably need to get Arsenal players back in. Because I would only have Gabriel. So I would have something like this in 35. And it will need to be kind of fixed. The midfield isn't great. Look at 35. My midfield in 35 is horrible. Absolutely horrible. Soboslai, Wilson against Arsenal, not great. This is where I go and I want to get Semenyo in. Maybe I get rid of Garner. Garner has, who does he have after this? He has Crystal Palace, Sunderland, and Spurs. Actually, maybe I get rid of Soboslai for Semenyo, potentially. Even though I still don't get Haaland in. I could do something like this. Keep Garner still. Probably need a Declan Rice. Maybe we get Declan Rice instead of Garner. Harry Wilson has Arsenal, Bournemouth, Wolves, and Newcastle. Oh, could keep Harry Wilson to be honest still. So maybe I don't keep Garner and I get rid of Garner. And I get in Declan Rice, for example, back. As 2 transfers. And I think that might be enough. Flow it into 36, where Palace and City double. I will need Haaland. Brian Brobby departs for Haaland. And I probably get another Man City Forest. I probably get rid of Hill for most likely Lacroix or Munoz. And I have 5 players. And I bench boost with Bowen, Harry Wilson, and Konsa. And Dubravka. Which is overall not too bad. This is 2 transfers. Probably take a hit, maybe. Don't know. And then after that, it's just too long to predict. So I'm going to update this draft as... Oh, no. Why did I update? Rip. Okay, that was too far ahead. So yeah, maybe something like this. It's not too bad as well. I don't know. Only 17 days now. Next deadline is on the Friday. Yep, true. You're having a break from FPL? Probably. Tiny break. I think everyone deserves to have a break, to be honest. Because there's no point thinking too much. Like, nothing else we can do. All right. At least I have this on video in terms of like options. So I am most definitely considering either I'm definitely on the 50-50 spectrum of like I could either bench boost in 33 and free hit in 34, or I can free hit in 33 and bench boost in 36. But that would lead with my wildcard team. So if I choose to free hit in 33 and bench boost in 36, the wildcard team in 32 will be significantly less template than what the wildcard team in 32 will be if I was to bench boost in 33 and free hit in 34. If that so yeah, so that's something to consider as well. Where this is a significantly less template team because you have Bobby, you have a second United attacker, you have James Garner, you have Konsa, which not everyone's going to have. You have Pickford in goal, not everyone's going to have. So it's most definitely like the wildcard, like the template rating will go significantly lower with this one. So kind of has to see, which means the risk is also significantly higher because of that. I'm gonna head out. It's 12:30 in the morning and gotta be up in 7 hours uni. So see you guys later. All right, have a good one, Sam. Thank you for joining. Good night to you. Project stay up starts now. Best of luck. Best of luck. All right, I think I'll also end it here. But yeah, this is kind of what my thoughts are at the moment. Andy, but the missus is second in my PremierLeague. She's beating me, says Tiger. Fair enough. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of where I'm at. In terms of thought dump. Hopefully that helps anyone. I don't know if you did, but if you did, let me know in the comments. I think we'll end it here as well for me. So shout out to Tiger, Sam, Freddy, Andy, Sandri, Tin, Com, Nick, and anyone else who's been watching. Becky as well. Thank you everyone for watching. Make sure to hit that like, hit the subscribe button as well. This is just a brain dump of me today. Because not really, like, I think what we need to do is we need to wait for FA Cup results. But at least I've kind of cleared my head on how I would like the drafts to look like, depending on where I go. So I guess for you guys as well, take a break from FPL. Maybe not too long of a break. Take a short break, I would say. Take a week off at least. Because you still have it's a 3-week break, right? Take a week off, and then the next 2 weeks after that, just have a look at building 2 drafts. Build a draft where you end up bench boosting in 33 and build one on a different chip strategy that you like. So basically what I'm saying is try and build 2 chip strategies and see different alternative paths. So like, yeah, come up with 2 different chip plans based on whatever chips you have left. So yeah, come up with 2 different chip plans basically and build drafts for those 2 different chip plans. So yeah, when you live stream it again, very good question. I have not thought about this. World Cup playoffs. Do we have any World Cup playoffs that are 27th of June? Any interesting games? Where is this World Cup playoffs? This is not the World Cup. I don't know when the Wales play Thursday. There you go. World Cup qualifiers. Not playoffs. Wales play on Thursday. Is that Thursday? So that means, is that like a Friday for me? Man, I wish this so hard to find. Here we go, qualifiers. Great. Qualifiers also don't tell anything. Is it a one-off game? Yes, it is a one-off game. Next Tuesday could be Wales versus Italy for players in the World Cup in Cardiff. Ooh. So maybe if I can figure out first of all the times of these games. So first go World Cup. All right, here we go. Finally, UEFA Playoff D, which is this. So UEFA playoff games. We have Italy playing Northern Ireland and Wales playing Bosnia. So this is on the 27th. It says at 6:45 in the morning. Maybe we can do a watch along for Italy versus Northern Ireland. Actually, there are a lot of games going at 6:45 in the morning. So maybe we might do a watch along for these World Cup playoff games. I don't know where I'm going to find it. Yeah, it's Friday morning. So maybe Friday morning could do a watch along to watch some of these games. I just need to find out where to find the stream. And then the finals. When did you say finals? Tuesday, which means it's a Wednesday for me. We could do a watch along on the Wednesday as well. So I think that's probably when I'll probably end up streaming next. More likely a watch along. So, but in terms of FPL content, nothing planned for this week. Maybe next week I might find like a video to record or something. But at the moment, nothing planned. So maybe watch alongs for the next 2 weeks in terms of live streams. So it'll be morning streams basically. So yeah. Cool. I think we'll end it here. Friday morning? Yes, most likely. I don't know what. I need to find out where I can even find these qualifier games in Australia. But yeah. Friday morning. Showing the qualifier. I don't even know who's showing. Stansport. Okay. I should be fine. What game? But I mean, there are so many games going on. But I'll probably look at Italy versus Northern Ireland with Wales on the side. Because it'll be Wales. I think Wales should go through. But Italy versus Northern Ireland is the big game. Ukraine versus Sweden is also a very interesting game. But yeah. Yeah. All right. We will call it there. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all on Friday, hopefully. Or a watch along early morning. 6:45 in the morning, it says here. So that'll be Tigers. Oh, that's way too early for Tiger as well. It's actually early for me as well. But yeah. All right. Have a good one, everyone. We'll call it there. And I'll let you guys know on the community tab in terms of what's the plan for the rest of the week. Until then, have a good one, and I'll see you all later. Peace out, everyone.